We are so excited. We have Sumner Canfield, our very first employee. The one and only Sumner, the breakout star from the Home Edit.
Oh, geez.
Oh, I mean, you are our OG, is what you are.
Thank you for having me. I'm very honored.
Yeah.
Very honored.
So excited to chat with you about all things.
Well, I'm just glad this isn't going to be an interview because what I was thinking about is I never had one of those to begin with. So it would be very strange to start now in the interview process.
We had a semi-interview at Starbucks somewhere in on Old Hickory in Brentwood.
A far-flung sort of Starbucks.
A random Starbucks. And I believe it was fall because I think Joanna had a pumpkin spice something.
I did have something. You know what, though? I don't really like the pumpkin spice at Starbucks. So but I like the idea of it.
Yeah,
so
you went for it
she
anyway.
likes fall so much that she will subscribe to a pumpkin spice something. Anyway, we're getting off track.
We're getting off track
as usual.
Yeah,
no surprise.
But let's recount that day. It was a pretty magical one where we all met over coffee.
Well, what I think I have brought some receipts to this event that I'd like to read because I think I recently found the email that I sent you guys.
Okay,
the intro email.
To ask to meet with me.
Let's talk about how old you were when we met.
20. Well, okay, so
it must be 23.
23, 24.
No, you definitely weren't 24.
You weren't 24.
Why was I not?
I know you're not because you're 30 now.
Oh, you're right. Wait, you're so right.
Yeah, and the business is 7 years old.
Yeah, you're so right.
And you're a 7-year-old baby.
That's so right.
Isn't that crazy that she's aged 7 years with us?
I know. It's crazy.
What if we told you this is just a dry run and that this is actually your interview?
It's like the show's rehearsal.
This was a long test process.
Yeah, 7 years in.
Yeah. Wow.
You're hired though, Sumner.
Yeah. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I found the email and it is so deeply horrific that I'm
cringeworthy.
It's that doesn't begin to cover it. Cringe is like you trip in public and you look to see if anyone saw you. This is like the depths of despair, but I'm willing to out myself today because it is so bad that it should be shared with the world.
All right, let's share it.
But I want to say to everyone who may be listening today, the power of a cold email, because here we sit today.
Absolutely.
That's right.
Here we sit.
Send those emails. You never know.
You never know. A total cold email. But I think the other funny thing is I don't have it, but I think the response from Joanna was something along the lines of, we'd love to meet you, but we're not hiring you. But we'll get coffee with you anyway.
It sounds probably right.
Well, Sumner, I have news for you. That's basically how she reacted to me. when I asked if she wanted to get lunch one day, she was like, absolutely, I don't want a business partner and we're never going to go into business together, but I'll meet you.
Right. Well,
And then 2 hours later.
I just want to say she was wrong on both accounts.
Okay, so I've been wrong twice in my life.
Okay.
Here they are.
Only the 2 times sitting at this table to haunt you forever.
That's right.
Okay, I'm going to do a dramatic reading.
Okay,
not too dramatic.
let's do it.
Dear Clea and Joanna. Ooh, it's so bad. Okay.
Well, did you spell our names right?
I did.
Okay.
Because that's important to me. Because people say hey, Summer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate
and
it.
it's Sumner.
You know what? You wouldn't have said absolutely not if you had Joanne.
If you had said Joanne.
Yeah.
it would have been
and
out.
good for you.
Cleo and Joanne. Did you have a comma after the hi?
No, I actually did a brief reread before this, and my grammar's on point. It's more the what's
the
included.
beginning. Oh, I remember.
Just really tough.
Let's go over
but my grammar's actually okay, which probably got me some points. I would say that's good. First, a belated welcome and congratulations to the Home Edit in Nashville, and a belated welcome to Clea.
Oh, you used it twice?
Yeah. Guys, this is bad. I'm shocked that you hired me.
Okay, all right.
There's a lot to get through.
Okay, got it.
And a belated welcome to Clea to town as well. I stumbled upon the Home Edit Instagram account a few weeks ago. What was I doing in the interim? I don't know. And immediately sent it along to many of my friends with the message, doesn't this look like my dream? With so many exclamation points.
Wait, how many?
Okay, we have 3 exclamation points and 2 question marks.
Oh,
doesn't this look like my dream?
Oh, you didn't even know if it was your dream.
I wasn't sure I was asking.
Right.
Okay. I had a typo here.
Oh, a typo.
Yeah.
Gosh.
The response was a resounding yes, all caps. I've since left stalking you on Instagram and getting chills from your before and after shots on the blog.
Sumner, this is not you that wrote this. This is not you.
I don't know her. Who is she?
Who did you hire as a terrible ghostwriter to write this for you?
So horrific. I am a neat freak who is currently honing her aesthetics through work as a part-time design assistant. I have taken on a creative operations role that I tremendously enjoy. I am looking to supplement that work with an additional experience that lends itself to the creative operations label, and I believe that work with the Home Edit could really play to my strengths. I didn't have strengths. I was badly doing retail at the mall. I know the Home Edit is new and growing, but if there's a chance you need some help with the business, I would love to be of assistance. I've attached my resume for your review. I apologize for the rambling nature of this email, but I am just too excited about the prospect.
Did you spell 2 right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course.
All
In
right,
All
caps.
caps.
On all caps.
Sure.
Excited about the prospect of speaking with y'all. And here it comes,
And
you
here
guys.
it comes. This is what I remember.
Happy Hump Day. Sumner, Canfield. And then in the postscript, I offered to be a babysitter because that was my main hustle.
You know what? That's the real reason we hired you, honestly, because she just moved to town. I think I actually remember you being like, well, this really could work out because we actually both need extra help.
Like we could have someone assist us and babysit.
Yeah.
It's a 2-in-1.
I threw that in, I think, as a sweetener at the end just to make sure.
A little carrot.
But you guys, happy Hump Day. Why would you agree to meet with
Happy
me?
Hump Day is the biggest red flag. I literally can't believe you made it to an interview.
You should have just been like, how are your hubbies at the same time?
Oh my God.
I mean, it wouldn't be safe to be in a room with someone who says Happy Hump Day.
That's right.
Seriously.
That's right.
You know
That's why
what's
we met you in
crazy?
public.
You ended with it. It was your it was your sign off. I don't know
She
this
didn't
person.
start better either. She said the same thing twice.
Belated.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, a belated Hump Day.
A happy belated Hump Day.
Wow.
I mean, it's just horrific on all accounts. I am shocked to the core. I appreciate you taking a chance on me.
Well, I did say we're not hiring.
Yeah, you just said if you hadn't said Hump Day, we would maybe hire you. But now that you said Hump Day,
But
it's
at
a
this
no.
moment, it's a
But
no.
we'll meet you for coffee.
Yeah. So, Sumner, what was your first impression of us, though? Since you had been stalking us, of course.
I've been talking to you for a few weeks.
Yeah.
Just sitting on it, just stalking for no reason. Who knows why? I'm trying to remember. I feel like I was just very nervous, and so I feel like I maybe sort of partially blacked out.
I can't imagine you being nervous. That is a shock to me too. Who is this girl who uses words like Hump Day and is nervous?
And is nervous. I've come a long way.
You have really come a long way.
I can't. No,
Well,
neither
thanks
of
to you
those
too.
things are.
Do you remember the first day of work? Because
That's
I
the
do.
thing. That's the thing is I don't remember. I remember the table we were sitting at when I talked to you guys the first time very well, but I don't remember anything about what we talked about. But the first day of work, I mean, will remain in my mind
Well, it
forever.
kind of goes down in history as like a real showing up. You know?
I think I'm a testament to, making great first impressions in a lot of ways through weird vernacular. And then the strange thing about my first day of work is that it was a polar vortex.
It was.
Which I feel like was happening kind of it was like a hot thing a cold thing for like 5 years. And now they don't happen as much anymore.
That's
but it
true.
was
Right.
a big thing in Nashville for a while.
Yeah.
So like Nashville gets cold, but like 30 degrees.
Right.
It didn't usually get below 10.
And I feel like it dropped suddenly.
And it was 7 degrees.
Yes,
7.
Literally 7.
And an important thing to know about me is that until March of this year, I drove a 1994 station wagon.
Yes.
Which was a key part of your personality.
It was. I know. I mean,
His name was Milton.
His name is Milton.
he
Is
still
Milton
exists.
He's still alive.
He's alive.
He lives
still.
at my parents' house. He's in retirement. But I honestly feel like really like adrift without him in my personality, but that's something to unpack in therapy.
He's still alive.
He's still alive. It's
He's
true.
always there. He's just taking a rest.
in my heart. A well-deserved rest.
Absolutely. He worked really hard.
So what happened to
Especially
Milton?
after this story.
Yeah, what happened to Milton?
So the job, I think you guys were doing a pantry
It was a kitchen / pantry.
in Franklin.
it was.
Which, from where I was living at the time, which was actually in the neighborhood where we're sitting right now, was
It's a distance.
like 35 minutes.
Yeah, that's right.
And so I got all bustled up to head out into the cold in the polar vortex. And it's all highway. And so I was driving down the highway, at highway speeds.
Yeah, highway speeds. That's
Highway
right.
speeds. And driving. I wasn't listening to the radio because the car didn't have one. But
And you didn't have a cup of coffee because there were no cup holders.
no, no cup holder.
And
So
you rolled windows down too, correct?
silently driving to Franklin. And I'm going along, and all of a sudden I hear like a but it wasn't that loud. And so I was like, that was a weird noise, whatever. Keep driving. I'm like, oh, I'm getting really cold. I'm getting so chilly. I wonder what that is.
Right, because you didn't have air conditioning.
No, I didn't have air. I had no
So
heat.
you knew it wasn't that.
Yeah,
Right.
I had no heat. I had no air conditioning. So like it was strange. There was a change in the temperature. And then I looked behind and I realized that the entire back windshield of my car had blown out onto the highway.
Yes, that
but
is
not like a piece of gravel.
Nope,
like
the
the
whole
whole thing just left the car. So I showed up to my first ever day of work
Blue.
with no fingers and a missing back windshield. Do you guys remember, did I tell you, like, did I cop to
Yes.
it when I walked in?
Yeah, immediately.
Well, first of all, you were shivering. So you had to
Something had to be
explain.
said, yeah.
You had to explain why there were icicles on your eyebrows.
Right.
So like you had to tell the story.
That's right.
But it was a long story. It was like this. And it was just
Turns
like,
out when you tell it the second time, it's not any faster.
no, it's not any faster.
No, I haven't got it down.
No, because you really needed context. You're like, okay, so his name's Milton. 1996.
So I have this car that I've
Right.
had for 100 years.
So there was a lot, and we're just like standing there in 7-degree weather, like waiting to go into the client's house. So yeah, that was our first day.
I probably texted you, like, running a little late on my first day, lost a windshield. Sorry. But I think we would be
Happy
remiss.
Hump Day.
Happy Hump Day. God, I hope it was a Wednesday.